How's it going, YouTube? Welcome back to Sons of Time Brewing. A little bit different of a video. We're drinking a Morning Sun Japanese rice lager from Meanwhile Brewing down in Austin, Texas. It's a beautiful evening. Got the sunset behind us. Just kind of testing out the wind and camera quality at nighttime. You can hear my dogs barking. So this past weekend I did a brew day. I did 3 beers in a weekend. So I'm just going to go over things that like brew day tips. I know we all talk about, top 5 things you need for a brew day and top 10 things you need to brew beer. But I want to do tips on the brew day itself, especially doing 3 beers in a weekend. I did a seltzer on Saturday, then I did the West Coast and the British Golden Ale on Sunday. Also barbecued. Very busy day. But so there's 6 things that I want to go over. And if you have your own tips, please leave in the comments below. If you got some video ideas, drop those in the comments below. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe. It helps a little bit. All right, so let's go ahead and get to this list here. Like I said, I got 6 things. So number 1, plan ahead. On a brew day, especially a double or even a triple brew day, plan ahead. Make sure you have enough Star San or sanitizer, whatever you use. Make sure you got enough propane. If you have to write down your plan of how to brew, do it. That way you know what time you got to do what. Our double brew day was not planned. We just kind of made it work. We did 2 all grain batches on a propane system. I do got 2 burners, and I do have enough vessels to brew in. I do have my 15-gallon kegel, which I made, and then I do have a couple brew pots that I started with, and those are really good. But it was definitely getting to the point where we were using everything at one point in time for either sparge water, boil, transfer. So make sure you guys have enough equipment to do a brew day in itself. Tip number 2, be clean as you go. What does that mean? That means that once you're done using an item and you're either done with it or you're gonna be done with it for a little bit, clean it off, sanitize it, just put it off to the side so it's ready to go. You don't want to need it and then have to go scrub off some hop or go sanitize it because you're past the boil point. Just have it ready to go. That's definitely one thing that we did, and it really paid off, especially when you get a boil over and you're using something from the batch prior. Just make sure that it's cleaned off, ready to go, and it takes an extra couple seconds, but it's well worth the work. Number 3, expect something to go wrong. Expect a boil over, expect not to hit match temperature, expect something to go wrong, run out of propane. I got a lot of propane tanks because I run on propane, and I have like 5 15-pound propane tanks on standby. I'm always cycling them through. Just make sure you have the right equipment and you have enough of what you need for that brew day. There's nothing like brewing an IPA and you forgot to buy the hops, or you got the wrong grain bill, or you forgot to get it milled at the homebrew store if you don't got a mill, or you don't have enough sanitizer for the brew day, or you can't find your airlocks, or you're missing components for the airlocks. Tip number 4, don't start drinking too early. Because the first hour or so is really crucial, especially make sure the temperature is right. Transferring the hot water into your mash tun, you're moving about 4 or 5 gallons of really hot water, so don't want to be drunk when you're doing that. And yeah, just don't start drinking early when you save beer for the back end. But just that crucial first hour is, if you're going to make a mistake, it's probably going to be there boiling. Just run it down the clock, make sure you got hops in there. But the first hour, you're making sure things are ready to go, you're setting up still. So don't start drinking too early. I always have a beer or 2, but don't get smashed before your first hour. Tip number 5, don't fret the small things. If you don't hit your exact temperatures, if you don't hit your specific gravities, you got to realize there's so many variables in these grains and the hops, alpha acid levels. When you do an all grain, going from your strike water into whatever you put the strike water in to sparge out with, temperatures are going to fluctuate a little bit. Unless you have a perfect sealed system, it's not going to matter. But allow for some variances in the recipes. And tip number 6 is the same as tip number 1. Plan ahead. Make sure you have everything. Write it down. Go to the homebrew store. Buy it online. Make sure you got your yeast, your hops, your grain. Make sure you have everything that you need for the brew day itself before you even get started. There's nothing like getting halfway into the brew day and you realize you're missing a key component to the beer itself. Especially when you start getting into those more complex recipes. Make sure you have everything laid out, labeled. If you need to get it milled, get it milled. If it's got to be sanitized, get it sanitized. you're just betting yourself for a future in the brew day. So hope you guys like these tips here. Like I said, quick little video. Sunset's still going down. I'm going to enjoy my beer, and I think this is the first Sunset Hound video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. It does make a difference, and I actually enjoy reading the comments. And yeah, catch you guys later. Enjoy your evening. I will.